Tristan Jarry back in Pittsburgh, this time as an Oiler. Just 4 days after the move, he is now on a team that is firmly in cup or bust mode. He was hoping for a warm reception from Pittsburgh. Edmonton on the rise in a wild card spot. Stuart Skinner is now a Penguin, despite with that helmet, they tell you.
Like they can get the pads and everything, but they can't do the...
We'll show you close-ups of those in just a bit. Pretty funny. First test for Stuart Skinner is going to be going against his former team. We're here in the studio. It's NHL on TNT. It's opening face-off powered by Verizon. Lee, McHugh, Anson Carter next to me as always. Got Bones back, the coach, Rick Bowness.
Bones in the building.
And the first time in the studio this year, the Arm Dog.
That's right. They call me the Road Dog.
Colby Armstrong.
I've been hitting the road so hard this year, boys.
You're a working man.
I'm a grinder.
Just like that with that voice, too?
I always tell the Road Dog, boys, I always tell everyone I should have scored more goals.
You're a grizzled veteran of the road now.
I am.
It's good to have you in the studio.
I'm built for it, bud.
Yeah.
Built for it.
Well, listen, I think there's some nights we sit here and like the 10 minutes before the show, we stare at each other and we wonder, what are we going to talk about? This is not one of those nights at all. We could sit here and talk about Crosby against McDavid. We could talk about how Crosby's chasing Mario Lemieux's records and he's going to be watching him do so. We could be talking about Leon Draisaitl trying to become the first German-born player to reach 1,000 points in the NHL. We will, but we're going to start with goalie trade. Big news on Friday. The Oilers sending Stuart Skinner, Brett Kulak, second-round pick to Pittsburgh in exchange for Tristan Jarry, forward Sam Poulin. 2 starting goalies get a fresh start, and 2 teams get a much-needed reset in net.
There's a lot of noise, obviously, so noises around goalies, and that's probably just I don't know if it's fair or not fair. I think it's just kind of part of the business. It's a trade that needed to be done, and I think it's good for both teams.
Obviously, that's something that I always thought that I would never play for another team. Obviously, I had a contract with the Penguins and was traded to Edmonton, but that was always my thought. I loved Pittsburgh. I loved living there. I loved the city and everything that came with putting that jersey on.
The dream was to be in the NHL, and here I am going to another incredible organization, incredible team. Been to the Stanley Cups a couple times. Obviously haven't won, so there's a lot of hunger between this group that we want to go back there. For me, just the gratitude of being able to be in the NHL, and I get traded again to another organization. Get to go through all the things that I get to go through with my family and looking for a house and cars and all this fun stuff. And I mean, it's busy, but I mean, that sounds like a really lucky man to me.
It's fine on the bright side there, but this is what we were talking about. You want to know how fresh this deal is? They've got the uniforms, they've got the pads. They're still rocking the helmets from their former teams with the colors there. You see Jarry with the Pittsburgh colors. You see Stuart Skinner with the Edmonton Oilers colors. And now we will see both of them on the ice going head-to-head. And the first time we get a look at Stuart Skinner with his new club. Bones, this trade, your first take on it, and what do you think here going forward? Start on either side.
This trade had to happen, honestly, for both teams. And Stuart said it the best. The noise around the team wasn't going away. It's there every day. And as much as coaches talk and players talk, oh, no, we're not allowed to affect our room, it does. It creeps in because no one gets away from it. All the questions about the goaltending and the goaltending struggles, which it has in Edmonton. Tristan Jarry, it sounded like he wants to change the scenery. And it couldn't work out better for him. He wanted to go back to Edmonton. He played his junior hockey there, and he has a place there. So it's worked out great for him. It's worked out great for both goalies because they are both going to outstanding organizations. And both organizations see the ultimate goal of winning the Stanley Cup. And now those are the 2 guys are key parts, 2 key pieces to that goal.
Now, so to come down to both teams, both organizations focusing on playing defense. I was just in Toronto this past weekend watching the Oilers and the Leafs trade chances going back and forth. Like, I don't care who's in net, Skinner, Grant, Fuhr. The Oilers weren't going to win unless they had better team defense in front of them. You can say the same thing about the Pittsburgh Penguins, giving up so many goals late in hockey games. They could have changed that mindset the way they were playing earlier the regular season.
Well, I agree with you. Edmonton is trying to cut down the goals against. You can't be 26th in the league in goals against and think you're a true Stanley Cup contender. You're not. So they're trying to do it in 2 different ways. The first way is they're all trying to get everyone more committed to defensive play. Not only the structure, but the work ethic and the compete that comes with it. They're also trying to hang on to the puck a lot more, from what I understand. They're trying to make more plays. You have the puck, you're not defending, so they're trying to keep control of the puck. The downside of that side is they've been the very poor percentage plays have hurt them. Against Montreal the other night, they're trying to make plays. Montreal had 4 breakaways in the first 2 periods. So you can say you want to control the puck and make plays, but they have to be high percentage plays, and you have to have everyone on the same page. So those 2 areas have to clean up if the Edmonton Oilers want to cut down the goals against.
I think you look
be the goalie.
Yeah, well, definitely, and I think Skinner wore the brunt of that. Like, he was the main guy in Edmonton, and look, he was 1 game away. He was in Game 7, the Stanley Cup final, and is it his fault? Could have been a difference? I don't know. And I think the one thing about him is he's a battler. Like, he's a battler in there. I look at this trade as well, and Kulak coming with it as well. I think he'll help Pittsburgh with regards to how stiff of a game he plays, how reliable and consistent he is. A veteran, big body guy. That's a good complementary tandem partner for somebody. But I look at it too, like, those guys' contracts are up at the end of the year as well. Jari's got another year left. Yep. And I think for Dubas with that and with Jari over the last few years and what has transpired, he was in the minors, he cleared waivers, and, this year his ability, Jari's played lights out. Like, I've been in Pittsburgh, he's played lights out this year, and he's a good goalie. Like, he can go on big runs, put a ton of games together. He could be that guy. He's faltered at key moments too, though, whether he's gotten hurt or he had a mistake, or, there's certain things about him, whether it's mental, that has faltered him through his time as a Penguin. So there's been good and bad. And I think for both of them, to your point, Bones, I think it's good for both of them.
So do you think it's an upgrade or a lateral move?
That's my question. Like, is Edmonton closer to winning the Cup now?
I think it's an upgrade with Tristan Jarry, just from what I've seen him be able to do and the amount of games that I've been able to see him put together. He has to pull through for them in big moments. Look, Skinner's won all these rounds of playoffs. Like, Jarry hasn't happened. It hasn't happened.
He hasn't won a single playoff. He
hasn't won anything.
Yep.
Yeah, and it hasn't gone right for him in Pittsburgh for whatever reasons. But I do think has potential to be a quality goalie. And this year he seems to be, with the exception of getting hurt and missing some games, he's been exceptional. Like, he's been a rocket ship this year. And I think he has a chip on his shoulder from last year, wanting to prove people wrong. And then potential of what just happened, to Bones' point, of getting an opportunity to go back where he wants to go.
But to me, it's a lateral move. Until one of them steps up and it makes a difference in their defensive goals against, it's a lateral move. It had to be done. The trade is necessary. But now one of them has to step up. Maybe they both do it, make a big difference in their team's play, and that's the objective. But until one of them separates themselves, it's a lateral move.
And one advantage I believe that Jari has over Skinner is he plays the puck a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that should help the defensemen for Edmonton or others get out of their zone. But I don't think you could undersell what Skinner did in Edmonton.
Yeah.
All the pressure he had him. He went to back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, guys. He's still a pretty young guy, too. So I'm really curious to see how he performs.
And the pressure is the big thing, because Jari's had a good season.
Yeah.
Has he really had it under pressure?
No, it's been different. It's been like, they're just like, we want to make the playoffs. Like, that's kind of been the talk, where in Edmonton the talk is way different. So, yeah, the situation is different. And look, he got taken out of the net, too, last year in the playoffs. Like, Pickard had a good run, and he came back in, and he's had games where he's faltered in pressure-packed games, and he's come back the next game and played well. So I give him a ton of credit for that. Like, he's a dog. Like, he's a fighter. He's a grinder, and he will be that for Pittsburgh.
You've watched him with Jari. Do you still think injuries are an issue? Do you worry about him health-wise?
I don't.
You know what? Hold that thought.
No.
Because we've got someone who's going to join us right now.
Maybe he can answer.
Maybe he can. Let's bring in Erik Karlsson. He's on the ice. Still warming up with the headset on. Wired into our sound
Rax is
system.
trying to blame me that he doesn't score anymore because I don't pass him and warm up.
You wanted to ask him about that, Army.
Carl, it's Army. I want to ask you about that. You got a couple goals this year. I've seen games where you could have like 3 goals, and you do the shot pass. You're an unbelievable playmaker. I want goals, Carl. I want goals.
I know, I do too. I don't know what's happening. I got to start scoring some more goals. Obviously, 2 goals right around Christmas is unacceptable for my standards.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Last year, your power play is unacceptable. This year, your power play is unreal. What's the difference between last year and this year? What are you guys doing differently?
Oh, goodness. It's a good question. I think if we knew that, we would have fixed it last year. I think it's just one of those things. We got going early. We obviously got great clientele out there. We've had some injuries. We still have options to slot other guys in, and it's been working for us. Obviously, we feel good about ourselves, and usually that's the main reason is the confidence level that you have out there, and obviously it's high for us right now.
Eric, it's Rick Bowness. Just wondering, you have a new goalie tonight. Did the defense and the goalies, did you have a meeting to talk about communication, the key words that when you're going back for pucks, and how much does he talk?
I mean, I think everyone kind of knows Skins plays the puck extremely well. I think he's showcased that ever since he came in the league. It's been a lot of Edmonton hockey on TV last couple of years too, so I'm sure everyone has watched that in the playoffs especially. And we haven't really had time for much so far, but I think we're going to play hard for him tonight. It's obviously a big game. He's going to play hard for us, and you know what? We hope that we end up on the right side, and no matter what happens, we win or lose as a team.
Eric, thanks so much for your time. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Let's get some goals. Let's get some goals, Karlsson.
What would you be doing as a coach with the new goalie in making his debut? I mean, you got veteran players out there. They're guys, they know how they want to play. Yeah. Skinner knows what he wants to do out there, but they never played together.
But no, that's right. But you're going back for puck. Does the goalie talk? Some goalies don't always talk, right? And they don't want to talk, right? Is it a set? Is it a reverse? Is it up? Is it over? Like, those are important words, especially when the forecheckers are ahead of the defense going back for the puck. Now the goalie has to handle it. Now the D have to be on the same page as the goalie. They've got to know where that puck is going. But for the most part, when there's any doubt, the goalie rips it off the glass, and now you're relying on the wingers to be there. But he's a very important part of the game. If you want to spend less time in your zone, you've got to break the puck out cleanly. Your defense and your goalie have to be on the same page.
Bones, I don't know if they're still doing this now. They did it when I played in Army. I'm sure they did it when you played too. We'd be licking our chops when guys are playing against their former teams because you put money on the board.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just playing hard. If you win, that money goes in the team pot. It goes for a Christmas party, Halloween party, what have you, and all the boys get the chance to celebrate. So this is a game for both teams. So you have Skinner going against his old team. You got Jari going against his old team. So I'm sure there is big money on that board for the guys to go and try to collect after a big W.
Yeah.
Here's
the trainers.
Here's the wild thing. And there's a few milestones out there, right?
Oh, yeah. There's some big ones.
Right? You get Crosby, who's chasing Mario Lemieux.
2 points to tie, 3 to pass.
Exactly. You have Leon Draisaitl trying to become the first German-born player to get 1,000 points.
1 point.
And if it happens,
keeping score.
Here's the thing.
Stat guy.
But think about this
from
Stuart Skinner's point of view. He gets the 1,000 point. They come over the boards. They're going to celebrate in game against his former team. He'll watch his whole former team just on the ice celebrating. It's just going to be just an odd dynamic.
Then Sid gets 2 that they go on.
Think they'll come on for 1,000 points?
I think it's already part of the deal.
Okay.
Yeah. We would see them come on the ice over the boards, and Jari would just be sitting there.
So this game could take forever.
It would be a long one. Yes.
Buckle up, grab a Snickers.
Oh, this guy, Leon, though. Oh, my goodness. What a horse. I love watching him play. Like, do you like watching Connor or Leon play?
I like them both. I mean, it's like asking me, do I like vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream? I like them both. Yes, I always think about food.
Chocolate.
And then,
I like them both.
Wild
vanilla?
But after slow starts for those guys, they're both playing great hockey. They're number 1 and 2 right now in the NHL points in the month of December. Yeah. That's a great sign for the Edmonton Oilers that these two horses are on top of their game right now.
Draisaitl's presence makes a big difference for Pittsburgh tonight because they don't have Malkin. Now, so Sid goes up against McDavid. They're going to bring the best out in each other. Now you're asking either Kendall or Novak to go up against Draisaitl. Like, that's a big mismatch for Pittsburgh at the start of the game. But it's not just on the centerman. It's on all 5 guys on the ice. When those 2 guys are on the ice, it's on-ice awareness that they're there. It's puck management, so you don't want to fool around and give them the puck. But it's going to take all 5 guys to slow them down. But it's a tough matchup tonight for Pittsburgh with Draisaitl without Malkin in the lineup.
But you also can't be back on your heels, though, either. You got to force those guys to defend.
Well, McDavid's just whipping around, and Leon's standing in the corner waiting for a 1-0.
It still looks odd. The Edmonton
It looks
helmet.
Ridiculous. Let's put some white tape on that.
Just swap them.
Just spray paint it. Just spray paint it.
I could spray paint that
We're
for
going to
the
hear
boys.
from Connor McDavid when we return right after this.
Paint it up.